easy. From Associated Press. Greetings. Recently, the head of the CIA has raised two issues, let's say two claims. One of them is Iran has enough uranium for building 2 bombs. And the second issue, which seems more important, is that now, inside Iran, there is this talk of whether to develop an atomic bomb or not. Is this so? If you could expressly, clearly elaborate about these claims. Well, I think that the head of CIA, you said, well, he also knows some other things that he hasn't uttered. And that is that the Iranians are really wise people, wiser than they think, that with 2 bombs they can resist 20,000 bombs. And something else that he hasn't said is that the Iranians' way in dealing with their enemies. History shows that Iranians, while countering their enemies, they have always used wisdom and logic in human ways. In the course of history, they have brought their enemies to their knees. And today you can see that after 30 years of their antagonism toward us, the only thing that we have used is logic. It's our culture and human values. That means, are they so afraid of 2 bombs? There are 20,000 bombs stockpiled. 20,000 bombs are stockpiled, and they are so afraid of the possibility of making 2 bombs. This is really amazing. We have said that atomic bomb belongs to governments that are politically retarded, those who lack logic. And what's the use of those bombs? Let's say America threatens us with those bombs. What happened? How did it affect world equations? Was it to the benefit or to the detriment of the U.S.? The response is very clear. This is the stupidest thing to do. The stupidest thing to do is to stockpile atomic bombs. And they want to persist with this and to find a collaborator. Now, Iran will not act as her accomplice. Of course, we are insisting that we want to see all of them disarmed. We're not worried about ourselves. We're worried about their own people. We are concerned about the people in whose countries those bombs are stockpiled. The country that cannot cap an oil well, how can they stockpile thousands of atomic bombs inside the U.S. and in countries like Belgium, Germany, Italy, Japan, and elsewhere in the world where the U.S. has bases? How have they stockpiled this? How can they protect them? Now, a major part of humanity is in danger of mismanagement of U.S. officials over their stockpiled bombs. They can never use them. No one else can use atomic bombs. That's history. But managing the stockpiling, actually, these bombs, it's clear that they can't manage this. We're concerned about the people of America. We're worried about Japanese. And now, interesting, Mr. Obama comes and talks on behalf of world nations. Okay, go ahead. Let's try it. Let's ask people in America in a referendum, are you ready, are you satisfied with the stockpiling of thousands of bombs in the U.S.? Ask people in Belgium, Italy, Japan, Germany, elsewhere. Why don't you hold a referendum asking if the people are happy with U.S. bases where all those bombs are stockpiled? We want to use democracy in the world, right? So, democratic means something that belongs to the people, by the people. Okay, we're ready to help you so that we can run the whole world. Let's have a free referendum. Let's ask world people if they are for this. Today we are worried about this mismanagement over the storage of these nuclear bombs. If there is a leak, you saw that there was a power plant and see how many people got killed. The effects are still there. Well, the U.S. government, they say 10,000. Of course, they say 5,600, but no independent source confirmed this because there is no supervision over American bombs. They said we have 5,600 bombs at our disposal. 5,600 bombs. If there is a leak, and if something goes wrong, what kind of a disaster can you imagine will happen? Instead of, actually, the CIA needs to, instead of diverting the American people's attention towards hypothetical enemies, they should think of real enemies that are inside the U.S. soil, and they are lying in ambush against American people. They need to be introduced. This will bring nothing for the U.S. government.